Let's talk Isle of Wight. We get a raw deal. That's the view of Isle of Wight Council and the island's MP, who say the government are not giving them enough money to account for the island factor. 3 years ago, a report found it can cost as much as 25% more to provide services on the Isle of Wight. But the island's council is still waiting for its grant to be increased. Bob Seeley, MP for the Isle of Wight, joins me now. Bob, this has been going on for ages, it seems.
Good morning, Tony. Good morning to your listeners. This is something that's been going on for 50, 60 years and has never really been tackled. The Isle of Wight is the only island in the UK that doesn't receive an uplift because it costs more to provide public services on an island. I mean, the good news is, in the last year, we have finally received an acceptance of that recognition, and it's something I've been pushing government hard on. What we've got at the moment is a relatively small amount of money in addition to help us cope with that. And in fact, so we've got the recognition now. We've got a limited amount of funding, but clearly we need more because it does cost more to provide public services on the Isle of Wight, just like it does for any island in the UK.
Before we talk money, why has it taken the island so long to just get to the recognition stage where the Scilly Islands has got it, an uplift? A lot of the Scottish islands have got it. What's gone wrong in the lobbying process?
I don't know, because I've only been the MP for the last 5 years. But when I came in, one of the things I said is that as an active MP, what I'm going to do is make a difference, and I will get a better deal for the island. What a better deal is, it's not a one-off bag of cash. It's not going to make us live happily ever after. We're still going to be an island at the end of the day. But getting a better deal means getting 100 million of capital investment that we've got in the last few years for St Mary's Hospital, for revamping the Island Line, which would have shut otherwise. Extra millions to rebuild chunks of Isle of Wight College, getting our levelling up bid, the heavy lift crane in East Cowes at White Shipyard. That's going to attract a lot of extra investment and business for that shipyard, and indeed will help other shipyards in the area. So we are getting a better deal. One of the areas that I want to see more progress on is the council settlement. So when it comes to getting a better deal, we're on track. We've got lots of good things, which is going to help make us more prosperous and give islanders better life opportunities, which is absolutely critical. But for sure, the council funding settlement is an important part of that. We're getting some extra money, but I want more for the island.
I think there was a £1 million change, but that doesn't scratch the surface if you look at the latest reports. So what is it?
Right.
If people are listening now thinking, and perhaps they don't live on the island, so they're hearing this for the first time, and they're going, well, how much extra do you believe the island needs in order to function as the mainland does?
Again, that varies in almost every report, but effectively between sort of 10 and 50 million. I'm realistic. We're not going to get the 50 million because one of the arguments that government puts is that you haven't had this money in the past, so you're not going to get it in the future. And my argument back is actually this is about principle. We have been denied a fair deal in the past, and I don't want that to become self-reinforcing in the future. We had a report, the government commissioned a report last year, which came out, as all these reports do, in the island's favour. The amount of an uplift, I think I want a principle. It's not so much I want an amount of money now, because inflation will eat into that. What we want is a principle that you should have an uplift of 1.1. So for every pound, you get another sort of 10p on top of that, or or 15p on every pound, or even 5p on every pound. But I want something that's going to enable us to do really important things like keep our regeneration team going, because it's that regeneration team led by Chris Ashman, with all the councillors that were supporting that helped get us our levelling up bid over the line and got us that heavy lift crane, which is now being installed this year into East Cowes. It's working together with the council, regardless of whether it's conservative or non-conservative. It's me working with that council that's going to help persuade government to give us, help us with that extra investment that's going to attract jobs and opportunities to the island.
You had Michael Gove for a while, who's bringing together people to look at this issue. Now he's gone. Boris Johnson's about to go. So it makes sense for me to ask you, looking at the candidates for the Conservative race at the moment, is there someone that you're thinking, that's who I'm backing?
I'm backing Penny. who's the MP, as many of your listeners may know, from Portsmouth North. And the reason I'm backing her is, I have to say, the first thing I said to her last weekend when I said I'm going to come out in support of you, but you and I need to talk about Isle of Wight funding. So look, the first thing I said to Penny is we need to get this over the line, and we need to deliver this deal. And because she's a near neighbour to the island, she's came and spoke to my association earlier this year. I hope very much that she is going to be island friendly, and she's certainly going to be great news for the Solent. So I'm backing Penny because A, I think she's got experience, and B, I think she's got the human qualities. I think people warm to her, as many of your folks listening in Portsmouth North, they warm to her. I think she's got great leadership skills. If she can get into the final two, I'm very confident that my association members, about 800 of them on the Isle of Wight, would be very supportive. Not that I make any assumptions about how folks would vote, but Penny's a popular lady, and she's actually a really genuine person. And I support her 100%. And let's see, things are going really well. But I did say, hand on heart, the first thing I said to her, Penny, is that we need to sort the island funding settlement out. And she said, Bob, I get it.
Bob, thank you for your time this morning. That's Bob Seeley, MP for the Isle of Wight, looking for more money for the island as it costs more to do pretty much everything on the island for very, very obvious reasons, even though they've had numerous reports.